Hello, everyone. So I wanted to talk a little bit about, the holidays are coming up. And for many people, the holidays are not a super fun time. It can be, for some people, it can really be a painful time because as, those that are near and dear to us start to come around and we're seeing family members, it can be a time where it's so abundantly clear what the pain and the hurt that we are still carrying within us. And so it can be, the holidays can be for some people a time where they're feeling really lonely and disillusioned and depressed. And so I want to refer people back to the True You book and the Gift of Life prayers and affirmations that are found in that book. Because those prayers are encoded with divine energy that help to transmute and cleanse your water molecule that you are. We're 70 to 80% water, 100% energy. And those prayers, they're not just words strung together. It's a recipe that is very powerful. In fact, it is actually some of the most powerful medicine I know. Even if you just do the very first prayer, which is the ancestral prayer, okay? If the holidays tend to be a time that is hard for you, let's get proactive about it and let's clean up some of that burden so that you can feel free and that you can enjoy the company that you decide to keep. And you can enjoy this season, which is supposed to be a time of light and love and celebration and joy and new beginnings. So it's my deepest desire and wish that everyone has an amazing, amazing holiday season. So for this tribe, that is my blessing and my desire and my wish. And remember that forgiveness is not saying that what someone did is okay. Forgiveness is actually saying that I love and care about myself enough to let this go, to put this down, and to free myself. Because what can really be a shame to see is that in a moment in time, someone does something really atrocious to us, and it deeply scars, wounds, and hurts our heart. And we then keep it alive by refusing to forgive and release the person. Because then at that point we're hurting ourselves. And we keep telling the story of what they did, and we'll tell it to anyone that will lend us their ear, and how awful it was and how painful it was. And we keep reliving it over and over and over and over again, because then we're hurting ourselves. They're not there in the present moment. They're not actually doing that to you anymore. That moment has passed. And so the question becomes, how do you want to experience this moment? How do you want to feel in this moment? Because that choice creates your future. And if you look around and if you look at your own life, you'll see that the things that we tend to hang on to and keep retelling and keep reliving in our own mind over and over and over tend to be the experiences we seem to attract in the future as well. And it becomes this pattern. You know, the girl that always attracts the boyfriend that cheats, or the guy that always gets fired from the job for really unfair and unjust reasons, or just whatever the example is. You know, you've seen it. And so let's take a big deep breath, and maybe there are things I have heard clients share with me that are some of the actions and the things that people have experienced. They're unforgivable, absolutely unforgivable, right? So then what do we do when a big part of us doesn't want to forgive? Because we seem to think that we're somehow punishing the other person by not forgiving, which really couldn't be further from the truth. And without sounding corny, this is when we have to go to a power greater than us and ask for help. We have to call in the big guns. We have to call in the light of the divine and ask, infinite light, divine beloved core, I come before your altar now and I ask and I pray. Can you please, 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 please help me to forgive and release whoever it is for whatever it was they did? You're going to need to ask for some help because it's too much. It's too much for you. It's too much, and that's okay. Call in the help, ask for the help. And I promise you, if you choose to do the series of prayers and the True You, the Gift of Life prayers and affirmations, speak them out loud, the entire series of them, once a day. Yes, I know they take 20 minutes to do. But if this is a time of year where you are just so reminded of all the hurt and the pain and the shit and all the way people have hurt you, let's get proactive and let's do something different about it this year. Give yourself the gift of forgiveness. Give yourself the gift of putting the baggage and the shit away permanently. And starting right now, and throughout the course of this holiday season, do some soul cleansing and some soul loving, and do those prayers. And at first, when you first start to do them, it might feel like you're just reading words off of a page. But I assure you, if you keep doing them, the shift, the transformation, the lightness, the freedom, the liberation that you so wish to experience will be yours and more. Okay? Give yourself the gift of forgiveness this year. No one is worth it. No one and nothing is worth giving vast amounts of your energy and power and presence to.